think if the aggro deck is the best deck, I think it's a good thing in this game, just because it usually involves both players doing their powerful thing, and like the games are always very, very close or very, very exciting. It's different when your opponent just has very powerful draws. But like they're not really hard to interact with, or very hard to interact with. Like blue purple, your opponent just plays big guys and you die. You can't really do much about it, and that's not really a fun situation. But
Like
when
Lucci
your opponent
pops
plays a
everything
bunch
you
of
play.
bodies, yeah, or like Lucci gets rid of everything you play. BY just invalidates everything you play because you're a 9K leader. So I think green purple definitely has a lot of things going for it that are really powerful and slightly better than other decks, but it's not doing anything like so much so that your opponent can't do anything to try to beat you. Okay. Ooh. All right. Nami's hand is very scary for. If I was the green purple player, if I saw this, I'd be very scared. Double Nami is not fun.
What about triple Nami?
Yeah, triple Nami. Nami into Nami. Nami is just going to be so hard.
Ugh.
Or just Nami Nami on one.
We're gonna draw the fourth one now.
Infinite
Solid
draw.
is Noah?
Solid is Noah, yes.
Okay.
Have you ever seen him in real life? Like, that guy is super solid.
Yes, I have seen him.
Cavendish too? Oh, this is everything you want in life.
Yeah, it's like a perfect hand.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
We even have a
complain.
card to throw away from Cavendish.
There is a radio knife, but I don't think you care.
Ooh, Pilaf?
I mean, why not?
Yeah. I don't think you need
Well,
snake dances right
Could
now.
also be Kaya.
No, you have to pick an event. I guess if you had Kaya in hand, that like dance was maybe an option at least over Pilaf, but now I don't mind this. That's something. Okay, I'm gonna say it. That's something that I appreciate about the Nami is like how far ahead like he is thinking right now from the bottom of his deck as well, right? Like he needs to remember this for the rest of the game. If he is going to his outs or is going to his end game. To give Nami a little bit of credit today, right?
Yeah. This deck is not easy to play at any capacity. Trying to memorize all the stuff, trying to kind of sculpt the game in a way that you want it to go is just like much more difficult than people let on. And yeah, like you mentioned, memorizing those cards is a very difficult process, and it's a thing that's not really done that much in other decks. So the more you practice it, like the more you kind of get good with this deck.
Yeah. I think it helped me. The Red Green Law games helped me with memorizing the cards, like
Yep.
because it's one of the decks where you have to remember, but it just takes practice. So what I tell people, you don't just one day wake up and remember 30 cards stacked on the bottom of your deck. You know, like
Oh god, that's such a good draw.
oh, we get to bounce it free, no stage. Damn, this is brutal.
Ooh, and we do have an answer
Honestly,
actually.
From the point of view that we're watching, it looks pretty good for Nami, to be honest.
Do you guys think that he remembers his full bottom of his deck now that he swung 4 times in total with one Nami? Like I lost it.
I know I do when I play with regular.
I memorize only relevant cards when I do this kind of thing. Like the second Nami search, for example, just saw 3 Kayas. That's something that like, I'm just thinking about. That's an important thing to think about. The first one had the other Kaya. I think I'm thinking about those notable like cards to think about, and that's kind of how I do it because I can't memorize 30 cards. I haven't really developed that skill set, but I imagine the more and more you practice this deck, the easier it gets.
I also think you don't need to remember that your third and fourth card are like all stars. You can just remember that card 2 to 4 is dead cards, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Any way to minimize the amount of information you have to memorize is a good
exactly.
thing.
That's why people. Do you remember at the beginning people were doing that dawn weaving? I don't know what they were calling it.
Oh, yeah, people
People
got
would.
really weird trying to use their
It was
dawn to keep track of stuff.
It was so weird. I was like, you're gonna do things like that. Keep it in your. Yeah.
Looks like it's gonna be Apis.
We have one that.
Ooh.
No way we take another. Right, we already have.
Yeah.
He has
'Cause
nothing.
now we can stack the pilaf to win the game.
Yeah. I'm curious why they chose to Apis this early instead of just like starting with the attack. Was there a card they were searching for in
Yeah.
particular?
I don't think Apis can pick up Cavendish, right?
No, it cannot. I don't think it's East Blue. I think it's just beautiful pirates and just Rosa.
Yeah. So I don't know what he was looking for. I was also thinking of just attacking with the Nami first.
Yeah. Especially with all four
No-
Kayas in the bottom, might as well just keep searching.
Yeah. Maybe that's what he's thinking actually. Just to get to the bottom as soon as possible. But we have a lot of 2-cost events in hand. I guess we can throw some away with the Gavels. I think he's gonna Apis
Yep, seems like it.
and throw two 2-cost events away.
The beam.
Yeah, I thought so. Now we take the Kaya, right?
I think so. If you're willing to pick Kayas, you probably want to. I think the Apis is back to back. You probably want Kayas enough.
This is like the first Kaya that we see.
Get ready for the next search. Yeah, but probably just play another Nami, leave up 2 Dawn. Or just leave it all up. But I don't think you want to leave it all up.
Now we just pass or play another 1-cost Nami. Seems like he's going for the Nami. Oh, rather Kaya.
Okay. Oh, that's what they were looking for. They had a second Nojiko. Okay.
Makes sense. So that what he's saying basically means he also went through the whole deck, so he knows every card left now.
Probably.
Okay, I would say Nejigo is life number 2.
Okay.
I'm
I
calling
think
it
it's the
now.
third one.
Damn. We
He's
really
the top
should
one?
start a betting side on this.
Bro, the Asian in Ruben is just thinking about gambling instantly.
And no,
You can't get that away from this one.
Yeah, Pilaf, Kaya.
oh, that's a lot of Kayas.
Yep.
That's also 3 Gavels.
18. If you play both Kayas, it's 14. But I don't think you want to play both quite yet.
I think they're higher. 5. Then now you can you triple Gavel and Love draw? You can, right? Yeah, you. So
Yeah.
you could go to. Actually, you don't need to, right? You can
Use double Gavel if you want to.
Yeah, you can double Gavel, Love. Then
But,
you
yeah.
still have a Kaya, and you have a Pilaf on top. Actually, I don't remember where the Pilaf is now. I think it's close, actually. I think the last Pilaf is maybe in the next 3 cards. But I bet he remembers where it is, and then we will know how many gavels he will do.
Mm-hmm.
Because he will probably gavel until he gets to the point where the Pilaf is, and then draw with him.
No, I can't complain about the amount of Sanji puddings. That's for sure.
Yeah,
But
plenty.
They are a
But
bit slow
it
though.
just won't be enough this game.
Yeah.
are
He needs
you
Citrus
more?
Luffy like
Yeah, I was
now.
just wanted to ask. Aren't you more reliable on your 6-cost Luffys in this matchup? Like the lives
I mean,
don't
you
matter.
want 1 or 2 puddings so you can continuously use the effect. To be
Mm-hmm.
honest, but I don't think done without the 6 cost. Like the 6 cost is the card that kills them in the end. He doesn't take it with Nami. So I hope he has one in hand. I would go as far as say if he doesn't have 6 cost Luffy this turn, he basically cannot win anymore.
Yeah.
But even if he has it, it's very low chance to win.
Let's see. But like Hampton already has everything in hand to win this game, right? Like
Yep.
Yep.
I think it's like ordering a drink now. It's like I have a margarita, then continues to play the game.
Noah sent me because he thought he wouldn't bubble in that Nami crushed his dreams. But
Yeah. He improved Roronoa's sidebreakers so much that he has to play him again. I'm not sure if it's a blessing or a curse.
I mean, I think he did crush his dreams just in the future of that message.
That's true. Okay, another Zoro. Just trying to fight over these. Yeah, I mean, might as well because you get to attack with it for free. But
mm-hmm.
playing the 6-cost Luffy would just been so much better this turn.
First gavel? 14 cards. And we see 2 Kaya and 2 gavel in hand.
Two All-Stars.
Oh, he didn't click on his leader.
I think he
Oh,
doesn't
that's
want to.
so painful. Yeah.
You think he wanted to take life? No
I
way.
think on purpose. Yeah,
So he had a card for his gavel?
that's what I think. I think it did not look that it wasn't. You see it here. He will also take.
Oh, he is just choosing 0. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, because
I was super
because he
curious.
knows his life?
Yeah, of course he knows what
Yeah,
cards
yeah,
he
but
doesn't know the order. It makes sense, like because if he has calculated that he can kill him, right,
Mhm.
based on what's in life,
yeah,
then
I guess
there is no
so.
reason to counter, right? There
Okay.
is now
We have draw 4 in hand.
missing one card. No, yeah, he's missing one now. So
Yeah.
that would mean he either has a draw in the last 5 or he knows his last life, right?
Yeah.
Because he should know what the last card is. So if that's the case, then that's correct, right? There is no
Yeah.
gavels left. You know that for played 2 last.
I was just gonna always just take those or counter those and just use the 2 white snakes to be able to survive. But this works. Cavendish is not good here.
Nope, it's not.
Gavel, it's Gavel.
Oh, last life is 4th gavel.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
another one.
That's a fun one. That's snake dance.
GG's. Okay, game 2, 1-0 up for Nami. Oh, it's not over. Oh,
It's not over?
no, it's Bayou 3.
Oh, it's best of 3.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait.
I don't think they thought it was.
God damn it, Noah.
I think everybody thinks it's best of 1.
Yeah.
I thought it was best of 1 too.
Same.
I typed it in infinite chats to these guys. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's right there. They were messaging each other in the chat of the game, and they said BO1. I was not paying attention either.
I'm messaging both.
Come back.
We need more
Noah's
games, please.
Noah's already in the water, you know.
Oh, we should leave table 1 for a second, because otherwise he can't join. Always Noah.
It's always not. To be fair, if I was on the beach right now, I would not be playing a top 8.
Yeah.
But I respect it.
Yeah, fair.
I wonder how games 2 and 3 are going to go.
Let's see if they can see it.
Was watching some of the other games.
You want to switch to another game while they get situated and figure things out?
Yeah.
Or
We can. Maybe the Teach Mirror Table 3. Very exciting game.
yeah, only 3 bridges in one of them, so or 3 10 drops, so that should be a fun one to watch.
Okay, we can go there for now.
Oh, they're back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they're back.
Yeah, let's go. Hopefully Noah is also back.
Ram thought he escaped too early.
I know. If you wanted
The
to
Rush
break.
Luffy's claws. The Rush Luffy's claws are still there.
Okay. Ram answered, but Noah did not yet. Maybe he truly is in the beach.
Yeah, he's already in the water, I'm telling you. He threw his phone away and jumped in the water.
Yeah, it's like, fuck this game. Nami again. But
He's probably thinking, why do I have to suffer?
this guy. I see that Ramton shared the code, but I'm not sure if Noah did see it. So, okay, we are live again.
I'm gonna quickly get a drink while they're...
Yeah, maybe Noah is already making his tweet. Finish top 8. I'm gonna ring his phone. Ooh, his phone is dead. Lol.
Oh no. He went to the water with his phone in his pocket.
I'm starting to think so. Maybe while we are waiting, we can wait to another game. We can see at table 4 for a minute.
Yeah, green purple line now. Let's go.
Hey, it's looking good for an L.
Oh shit, yes.
Wait, is it?
One life,
Is it
one
looking
blocker.
good for an L? That's not looking very good for NL. I lied.
The board is looking good.
Game is like Usohachi.
Yeah, so stage the pudding first.
Yeah.
How is it that we have to contact Noah through Twitch chat? Like, there is it that he is at.
It's from a tablet or something. No, not from his phone.
Putting a 1K. Wow. Okay.
Giga spoilers in the chat right now.
Yeah. Nobody could guess who won that game. The moment your opponent starts countering with Gavel and not put the plus on the leader, you can't guess who won, you know? Okay. So we can't kill. Can we kill them still? We can, right?
You can go Usohachi leader first, and then get your Dawn back, and then go 6-7. But it's not pretty.
It's better without the Zohachi, right? Because then you get the extra attack.
Oh yeah, it's better. You can go 7-8-8.
I mean, I think it's not that unreasonable, right?
Our opponent pitched a 1K to leader effect though. It's like
Uh,
very scary. I think at the bare minimum, like 0 cost brick or 0 cost 1K.
I don't think you could ever survive.
AK, 10K, 12K, probably not. But all you gotta do is just find second giant, and then boom, you're safe.
What are you gonna do now? 7-7? I don't like the Zohachi.
These are not
Yeah.
good.
No.
You were right. This is just better to just try to go for a game with the Luffy and go 7-8-8.
Just because you don't have 4 rested Dawn now, you're wasting a Dawn.
Mm-hmm. So if you
Did NL already use their leader? I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
yes, they pitched the Gadatsu.
Ooh.
Pitch the 1K. It's usually not a good sign. For the NL, it's a very good sign.
It's 1-1 in the Teach Mirror match. Something. They go fast.
A lot of the games in the mirror will just revolve around Burgess more so than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Looks like they're going 7-7-7.
I do think 7-7. Okay. And just Prage.
Hope their hands exactly 1-1 brick. Oh, it's just okay not using effect. Oh, they don't have enough.
Ooh, and even another 2K. So, are we going back to Nami or are we staying with NL? You guys can decide. Tough one.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Let's.
I don't want to watch Nami because I think Nami's going to make it for future rounds. Let's watch Nami next round. We'll just watch this for now.
Yeah.
Sure, let's watch this. I don't think we're gonna see an L after this round anyway. If they win, because each after. So
Sakura can choose. Wait. Yes,
Wait,
correct.
No, he won. NL won.
NL won? Yeah,
Yes,
NL won.
Of course. So Patrat.
Yeah. Oh.
Pat.
God damn
Yeah,
it.
Pat gets to choose.
What? No clue. I did imagine loser of last game chooses. Yeah, of course. I don't know what they're so confused.
There have been card games in the past that in a Topcut setting, the higher seed chooses all of the games. But yeah,
Wait,
it's not the case for
really?
One Piece. Yeah.
Damn, then it's a massive advantage.
It's absurd.
I played a lot of card games, but that I've never like that advantage is insane. Like, yeah, like in a 3-game series, you have to win 2, where you're always going the negative. That's pretty tough.
Yeah, it's the first seed is just going to be like unbelievably ahead. It's not really like something that's come back from a ball.
Yeah.
All right, good mulligan hand, double stage, Sorojoro, moving on to Luffy's Haru.
I really like this, but I would not play the second stage.
You just want to try to find or want to hold on to it for a better turn.
Oh, I think I have everything, so I might as well hold it for the double pudding turn. That's
Oh,
my
sure.
that's my thought process here. If I was missing cards, I would play it, but I already have Zorojuro for 4. I already have my Sanji pudding on 5. I think I
I
would
think you're
rather.
both missing second Zorojoro for your 6-down turn, and you're also missing second Sanji pudding for the turn after, though. So I don't think it's that crazy to just stage and try to find one of those. But yeah, it's going to be a lot better to protect all of your characters if you
Yeah.
get to that point.
I don't think it's like a throw to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go 5 lead. Find a Zorojoro or second Sanji pudding. Hopefully.
Zorojuro is the best, right? Because then the second Zorojuro can find that
Yeah.
the pudding. Oh,
What?
Ooh.
Still the buddy in play.
okay.
Yeah, you probably start maybe. There's no real reason to.
I got scared.
I heard. I was like, no. It's fine, guys.
It's okay. It's okay. I would just be very surprised. Let me put it like that.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't draw Sanji pudding next turn, I probably would just play Luffy and swing 5, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because we don't really have a great way to use our Dawn this turn. And just being at a very high Dawn amount when you're playing against Enel is just a good feeling in general. So I would have liked to just play a Luffy and just swing 5 at life and pass.
I really like it. I would also play Sequest here. Because you have the Luffy-Daro. Yeah.
Yeah, Luffy Tower makes it very easy. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's very mapped your turn after. But wait, actually, that's no, it doesn't. Hawkins doesn't have a restriction, right? It always trashes.
Yeah, it always trashes on KO.
Yeah.
So if you're worried about your opponent attacking you, maybe, but in general, I think you're happier if your opponent attacks you like that.
Because Luffy-Daro only plays purple characters, right? We can't play the green.
Only purple.
Yes.
So
yeah. But if we're really good, we're just gonna draw a Sanji pudding here and be.
I pray.
Yep.
I always hope to draw Sanji pudding, and I say it out loud. So when it actually does happen, it feels amazing.
Yeah. It doesn't happen 100 times, but the one time it happens, you're like, I knew it.
I wonder what Enel wants to do on this turn. It's actually quite bad for them. They don't have anything they can do besides play Sanji. Sanji blocker is probably their best play.
But that's also the reason why I like holding the stage for those kind of turns. Yeah. Because the 6-7 don't turn for Enel is awkward in this matchup always.
Yeah, he doesn't really have anything to do right now.
No.
Also, nothing to swing on.
There is something to swing on now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is actually quite frustrating. If you let this die, you don't get to play the Fitharo, but you get extra search, so you probably just want to use the effect.
I would.
Yeah.
The Nami.
Yeah. I think the Nami's better, but...
Yeah. You can still Nami and play Sanji Pudding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I think now he's playing Luffy anyway.
Yeah.
In this matchup, I find it really important to like untap with a Luffy. I think that's how this game becomes like almost unlosable the moment you start untapping with puddings and Luffy's in play.
Yep.
This 6 face is.
Yep. Really?
Maybe you make your opponent scared of a Luffy, but I would never respect a Luffy in this spot. So
Nope.
Imagine if they pop your Sanji pudding now.
Oof.
yeah, you always should just stage as well.
Oof,
yeah.
Oh, you got to respect it. I would just stage the Sanji pudding and then just play the Luffy and just swing at life once.
Or just kill the X-Drake. That's also okay.
Yeah, if I got the extra and just play the Luffy.
I don't think you need to use leader effect. You don't need to do anything, right?
Yeah.
I don't mind killing the Hawkins, honestly, because I think the next turn it will be Katakuri on one of your things. So trashing the life is not that like.
Yeah. My problem is I think the Basil's not going to do anything the rest of this game.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
go
guess
for
you're right.
10 at life at the very, very end, but more likely than not, they're going to play over it if the game goes that long.
Yeah, I guess you have a point. I guess
decides to go on
They
Hawkins.
want the body gone. Luna, not a good card in this matchup though, so it's fine. Yep.
I guess putting him to 1 is not that weird because they are not playing Yamato anymore and he can't play Ace next turn, so this setup is like a little bit scary for him.
Yeah. Looks like they're just
know.
choosing to use leader effect to put in the extra 6k body.
I don't like it. It's
I don't
not
think so either.
terrible.
There's no rush.
It's not terrible, but I don't think it's necessary.
But putting him to 1 is correct, right?
Yeah,
No,
that,
using leader to play this.
Yeah.
But now you get to do some good swings.
Yeah. Stage first.
Stage your guy,
I would stage the Sanji pudding and attack with Zoroju. It's always good to create this pattern against this deck. Always protect your 5-drop and swing with the other thing that can die to trigger.
Yeah, I would agree. Okay, that was a good draw.
Yeah.
Or a good trigger for you that you did hit because you get to play the 4 crosses auto.
Yeah, that's nice.
Seven life.
I would definitely attack with Zoro first.
I think so too. There's no downside to it. Like that attack can't go at life, so might as well just get it in there and not make Rocket Luffy or even a Nami like useful.
Like anything, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, double 2k.
That's good. You can go another 7 if you'd like. But yeah.
And if you counter this as I think you have to take it in. It's a 10 now.
Okay. Oof. Fool.
This was one of those games where they did not have the trigger.
Yes. But he just wants full screen time with his NL.
Yeah.
I like to save my luck for later in the game, you too. Well, you save your luck for game 3 instead of game 2.
And it's a 1-1.
Stage, Zoro.
That hand went from poo-poo to really good.
Yep.
Ooh,
to very good.
By the way, also, this is also one of the reasons why people play Frankie in this deck. It's because they want to be able to play Sanji Pudding, stage it, and still be able to play Lufitaro the turn after. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying I like it or not. I'm just saying the reason why. Because, I mean, you can't play Sanji Pudding on 5 this game, but then you can't stage it. Right? And if you leader effect so you can stage, then you can't play Lufitaro the turn after. So you're going to be vulnerable for a turn no matter what. But I actually believe it's still better to delay the Lufitaro and protect the pudding. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you just have to play Sanji Pudding and use leader effect.
Yeah. Okay.
If I had a Zoro Joro, I would just play that instead though, and just like go Lufitaro Sanji Pudding and then play another Sanji Pudding the turn after.
Yeah, I agree 100%. With this hand,
he's trying.
He's a high roll, and he found it.
I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't.
I don't like it either, but if you hit, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, now it looks good. Now it looks. But if we didn't hit here, this turn would be very weak.
Mhm.
How about the second?
I think that's a bit dangerous. I think I'll take
Damn.
that 2K.
You have one count. I mean, it doesn't matter because they're starving us, I guess. But
Yeah.
I mean, I like Luffy. Don't get me wrong. Even I have.
You just don't like Luffy Taro.
Luffy Taro Sanji Pudding. I would not use leader check though. Just buff your Sanji Pudding and then pass. Or swing
I like
5.
5 and stage. I stage the pudding in 5.
Yeah.
I already checked twice if we did not mute him because he's literally sometimes doing exact the play that Yonas is saying. But he is muted, guys. He is giving.
I think if he wasn't muted, he would definitely not play that event that turn.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh, that's good too.
Yeah.
I like double pudding.
Mm-hmm.
Stage, that would be insane.
Actually, I might play Luffy instead. Because you only have the one stage, so now 5 costs can die.
Yeah, actually. Yeah.
And like you just play something you put it the turn after.
Yeah. Makes sense. I think he was thinking about staging the Luffy Taro to play around the
Second
Katakuri,
card.
but they're never, even if they have it, they're always gonna put your pudding away and not the Luffy Taro, right?
Yeah. We've got some life.
Gedatsu is almost good.
No, let's not talk about that. I'm scared. Okay.
6.
Um,
Stage. Okay, I take stage here. Then. Oh, that's actually nice. What if we? Never mind. Okay, I was thinking, what if we take stage, then we leader effect, play Luffy, play stage, protect everything.
and then
You like
just
that?
pass.
Yeah, and just
That was
pass with
probably
5
good.
things you
Yeah.
play. Yeah.
Nami, search for.
No, not third loop.
Third Luffy.
No,
One
well,
okay.
hey, I thought
Crazy.
I love Luffy, but I'm definitely not the number one fan of that card.
We have another one fan right here.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you can't attack because it makes their Nell's good. Their Ace is good. You just gotta wait.
Gedatsu can pop this Luffy right now, by the way.
You can. If they had Yamato would be going crazy too. Killing Sanji Pudding, gaining a life.
But what do you override even?
And that's a good question. Probably a blocker. You
Yeah.
can play over Akata too, though. But at this point, I just want the.
But we are not playing Yamato, so it's only Gedatsu that can pop this Luffy.
Yep. And even a turn like Gadatsu plus blocker isn't that good. Okay. Now you guys get to attack your opponent. And make them deal with all these blockers.
I guess there are still some big costs left in Sakura's hand, so
Yeah, but it's important they know the 10 cost once they commit the extra down to the NL. So it's maybe 8 cost kid, trash a life, something like that. Another Kata.
and
Oh,
Noah
yes,
is 1-1 into Nami.
Ooh, Noah, let's go. Okay.
But we played over a blocker here.
Yep, and the third Katakuri.
Don't forget the stage.
Yeah. People ask me, why do I stage versus Shanks? I tell them it's good. Do it. Do it too. Create habits.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Okay, that's
Asakura
fair.
doing what do they do best?
So I like Zoro. What do you think of Zoro, rest the Shirahoshi, attack with Robin, with Nami, and then put them at 0?
Uh,
And then,
to be
and then
honest,
play an
I
active
wouldn't.
Luffy?
I would just play another active Luffy, but
we could do both, right? That's what I
yeah,
meant.
sorry, I don't want to play a second Zoro. I just want to play a second active Luffy, and just let my characters that are rested currently just die. So I would just use leader effect, swing 6 with my leader, and then see what happens from there.
You don't like putting them at 0 and killing the blocker here?
I'm worried basically about resources, but maybe that I don't have to worry about that. Why aren't they using leader effect?
It's a great question.
They just want to become a 5K or stay at 5K.
Oh no, they're gonna attack the wrist on the Luffy.
Huh, that's weird. Yeah. So yeah, the reason why I don't think that blocker matters is I think just removing it next turn is just going to be better for you. But I think just making sure you have more threats in play is more important, especially since this Zoro is almost never worth defending, and if they have a 10 cost NL, you almost always want to let one of the 7Ks die to that as well. So, I just thought like maybe just like continuing to build board, especially since we kept searching for Luffy's the entire time, is probably going to be a better idea.
Yeah. I don't know. This place.
Is it over 0? Sure.
They saved the life. I mean, we can defend everything.
You definitely should not defend the 6K, right? But you can defend
Yeah.
the 7Ks.
We have a lot of defense.
Sorry, I should have been more specific. The Luffy is the only thing that's really important.
Yeah.
Like we can defend the Luffy.
Yeah, 2K, and then if you don't find a giant or a 2K off giants, you can give giants 1/1, the 12. Is all assuming they have the NL, which is probably one of the best options.
I mean, the alternative is they split Dawn.
Okay.
And then you probably cannot.
Yeah, giant 1 here is too much, I think.
So what would you do here? Like 2/1? I don't like giant first either.
Pitch the searcher.
Any of the two.
Yeah, just.
There we go. Add 2. Yep. Okay. So you have 2/2/2/1/1. So if they do another 11, you can counter it. And then if they do the 12 afterwards, it means they're not playing a blocker. So you probably just have to commit to just defending it the entire time.
You actually get, that's the sick part about it.
Yeah, we've been starred this entire game, or for a large majority of it, but we're still here. But yeah, 2/2/1 is probably good. And
the third one we can't.
Worst case scenario. What was the question?
Fine, right?
Oh yeah, you can just let us die now.
Yeah, he said we can't defend the third one, but I was like, it's fine.
Yeah.
And now you can defend this one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you just defend this one.
And you kill them like every time.
Yep. Probably just the.
I mean,
the Zoro.
not every.
You have
time,
8 Dawn, so.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's not. They're just gonna play Luffy and kill them this.
Yeah.
Unless the trigger god is still here.
Yeah, nice. He did this.
He got the stage this time.
Yes, and attack with the Zoro first.
Okay, 2/1.
Pudding. No need to show anything. Then with Luffy Taro.
Minimize your exposure to beige as well. So
yeah. Now Luffy Taro. No need to invest. Now you play the Luffy.
All winning. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
No trigger gods today. And it means we have only Noah Ramten still playing because Pat is going to top 4 and playing against CDC, the winner of the Teach Mirror match, and Woody Wood. So Roberto Rodino won his match 2-1 as well into Teach. So he is waiting for either Ramten or Noah. So let's quick go to table 1, see who gets there, because it's 1-1 there.
Oh, very exciting.
Ooh, this board looks a lot better.
Board.
Board's good.
Board
What's the card and deck situation look like? If it's like
that's-
over
Yeah,
20,
yeah.
I think he's in a good spot.
Show us the deck, Ram.
Is that
13.
13? Okay.
13 is not a lot.
White Snake. Oh, you don't want a 2K. He's rubber banding.
Depends if he knows the top card, right?
Pitch Cavendish, yeah.
We only have one defensive event in hand at this point, so maybe.
Yeah. Bare minimum, you can. I'm not sure if the Zoro can attack or not, but if it can, you can go 6-6-9-9 or 6-6-8-9-9. And if it can't attack, you can go 6-8-10-10, which is quite good in terms of like actual attacks this turn. Because even if Brampton can survive, you might be able to make them pitch the Kaya, which should give you a lot of time in and of itself.
Let's see what Noah decides. The 6K leader helps a lot right now as well, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But Noah is playing a game that he thought he wouldn't play, so he's a happy man, I think.
Yeah.
Let's see, how do you divide this? Can you swing 8s with your Luffy? I think I would start with an 8 with my Luffy Taro, actually. Or maybe a 6 with the Zoro, because you can get punished by... Well, no. I think I would start with an 8 with Luffy Taro.
My concern is I don't really want Ramson to take both swings.
Mm-hmm.
I want to entice them to counter as much as I possibly can. So I think if they just take the 8, if you swing the 8 first, they just always take it, and then when that happens, you either do the 10-10 and then hope for the best, or you like do more 8s with your Luffy and your leader, which doesn't feel that great because you can't really make everything 8s, including the Zoro. So I think you have to start a little bit smaller because of that.
Yeah, I'll go probably 7. 7 with the green Zoro. Like, I think I would try to split it like 6, 7, 8, 8, 8 here. Over like,
possible.
Yeah.
It seems like he is going for
I
a
mean,
6.
you can go 6 with Zoro, it's fine, but you can go 7 with his leader after. Or you could go 9-9, I guess, with the Luffy after. But I agree with Jonas. I think I want to go as low as possible, so
Yeah.
they either have to throw too many cards, or maybe I force a 2K like a Kai out of their hand.
Yep.
You know?
Yep, that would be best case. Guess we're gonna pitch the 1-cost Nami. Because that puts us in range for Love Beam.
Yep. And especially when your opponent has exactly 4 cards as Nami, you just don't want to do anything big. You should just do a 6. Because they really want to like love one of those swings. So just doing small swings is probably a good idea.
Yeah. Looks like he's going for it. Deciding for a 7.
Yep.
So he's doing what I was saying. I think it's the best way to deal with this, to be honest.
2 Kaya and a Pilaf and only 10 cards.
Like, I don't know what the life would need to be for you to get out of this, to be honest. But I do think it's your best way to like force uncomfortable cards out of their hand like that.
Yep.
Because you're never killing them here, right? Like, or never is a big word, but like thinking you're gonna kill them here is just very unrealistic, I think. Because now they can snake plus rubber
band.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they have
six
enough
cards
with
in
double
hand,
to Kaya and Pilaf.
I mean, yeah,
it is
Kaya
enough.
after
It
this
is
was good.
more than enough. More than.
GG's. So that means that Ramten
Jeez.
is going.
I am happy.
Oh, no.
I've seen a lot of people just disagree about going first or second. Skepasg, what do you prefer in this matchup, going first or going second?
I don't think it matters. I think it's too close. I think it's close.
Mhm.
That's why people disagree. Usually, when people disagree, it's because it's not that far. I think if I would have to choose, I would probably just pick second, just because I would rather play Zorojuro on 4 than just Sanji Pudding on 5. But I think they're close. But if I had to pick, I'd pick second.
Yeah, if I have to pick, I normally choose second as well. Just because the card advantage and the consistency of going second is actually quite high. But even more so, or like one of the downsides of going second is that you really play into their liberations. Like, it's really hard to not get 2-for-1 with liberation a lot of the time in the matchup. So that's one of the reasons why people like going first sometimes, just so that liberation isn't as scary.
And the awkwardness of this matchup also is if I have event and Nami in hand, sometimes it's correct when you go second to play the event and not the Nami, just so you don't expose yourself to liberation when you play 4 cost into Pudding. But then you make Lafitte better against you, right? So you need to basically choose your battles. But the problem is if you now play, okay, he's not. He doesn't have Zorojuro.
We 2 times ignored stage.
I mean, with a hand like this where you have Van-Og or Doc-Q, I don't think you need to, but I'm surprised they played Doc-Q over, or Lafitte over Doc-Q that last turn.
Yeah, but this is Burgess for sure, right?
Oh, they're just gonna be KOing, I guess.
Radio Knife?
Oh, that'd be so good here.
It would. You would get punished big.
And now it's Radio Knife. Okay. Ooh, now you get to, if you want to, you can just go second Van-Og plus Doc-Q.
Yeah, that's really good, actually.
Yeah. It
You did
forces
get
Luna's
rewarded.
like early, or you just get to win board. Oh, you want to
You
do
don't
that?
do
Just
it?
use Era.
Oh, I thought I was ready to say he got rewarded for his play, and then he didn't do it. I guess he's gonna augur and event it, but it's infinitely worse, right?
Yeah.
Wow, we would have had a 6k, and a Docu in play.
Yes.
Wow, we would be insanely ahead, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just a 6. Oh, it's more Sanji Pudding. Okay.
Now we can do it again.
Well, also swinging 7.
We can get rid of one of them at least.
Yeah. like it. Who's Oh, you can play blocker too, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
blocker is
nice.
like absurd.
But I guess at least the worst part here is if you do it, you lose the lead. No, maybe I would have not played the blocker.
And
Maybe I would have
attacked.
tried to
Almost
attack with
7 again.
7. Yeah. I don't think this looks like a Luffy turn. Like a Luffy face turn.
It could be Luffy Luna. It's a very reasonable one.
Oh, Luna would be good here, yes.
Yeah, you're right. But then it's Luffy non-effect, and then you can freeze it with 10 cost, and you're okay, right? Oh, I like the offensive Robin.
More Sanji pudding.
Another.
Having a lot of dons ready as well. He blocks.
Eight Vanagger.
I guess you let it go. Otherwise, you should have maybe countered the first one.
I don't like the 7 at this, though.
It looks really good.
Yeah, the board still looks very good for green purple. Personally,
Mhm.
once we get to these 10 down turns, I really like to just kind of hard pivot to hitting life. Especially if I'm like guaranteed to be able to survive. I'd much rather just try to put my opponent so low that the 10 drop's not even enough to save them.
But I think it's both ways from the team side as well. Like forcing them to leave dons open, they could die. That's why I preferred attack than blocker. I'm not sure it's correct to go 7 overplaying the blocker last turn, but my intuition was telling me I would rather put the pressure on them
Oh,
than skip the turn.
Yeah. I wasn't sure that the pressure was that real without a Burgess in play. Like during
Yeah.
the 7K swing, where my opponent had 6 cards in 2 life, even if they took that life, I wouldn't be that pressed, to be honest. I would just go to 1 very happily and just keep kind of pressure going.
Yeah, I guess. But I guess you have to attack the. This is just 10 cost and attack the Robin, right?
Yeah.
I don't think you have any other option. Yeah.
You don't, I don't think.
seems like he is
I guess.
thinking about doing a stronger play with Black Hole. An Augur Black
No.
Hole? But then you're going so low on cards.
I think there is.
Just double black hole on both of those.
Wait, we are actually leaving the Luffy in play?
That's also scary, not gonna lie.
Damn.
I think they keep the blocker. But all 4 Sanji puddings are gone. But at what cost?
They are at 10 don though, so
Yeah.
it's a bit too late.
Yeah.
Are we
One of the
gonna...
issues is if Pat has second rush Luffy here and just goes a bunch of 7s at life and passes, you just cannot win.
Yeah.
Even the 10 drop's no longer good enough.
At least the Rush Luffy is just so good in this matchup.
Yep.
It's a combination of it being Rush, being a 6 cost, which you can't kill with any of your cards directly.
Mm-hmm.
It's also a body you can't really ignore after the fact because of Luffy's stand. It's just like so much power in a 6 cost rush threat.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's no
We're
counter.
not gonna lead there
Is Pat trying to go for game?
with Robin.
No way. Are you trying to put your opponent to 0 in passing, basically?
I think so. That's a lot of bricks.
Robin is
Smooth enough
actually
for fun?
lethal.
Okay.
Robin was actually lethal there. Oh my.
Missed lethal.
Yeah, but I think we had to play the 10 there, right?
Yeah.
I guess we still will.
There's no
Yeah,
harm
but
in it.
it's a little bit too late now.
I do agree on that one.
You are actually dead to the Robin now, like dead.
I guess he doesn't know.
You can go 5, right? The leader is 5.
Yes.
Oh,
Wait, why didn't we?
He probably just didn't notice.
sorry, what did you say, Jonas?
I don't think he noticed that he was a 5k.
Ah,
That happens sometimes. There's sometimes so many orange words on your opponent's leader, you just don't know which ones are which.
yeah.
Get punished! Get punished for playing bad!
But yeah, second Rush Luffy, very easily game. As we know, the Robin is good if it just goes 6 at life.
Actually, is it guarantee? No, right? They can't go that big.
Not
So
quite yet.
7 Don or Robin. That's a
You can go
9.
9-9.
But 9-9 you die actually if you don't kill them. So no reason to risk anything like that ever.
This has to be a block. Okay, so it's not a rush, Luffy.
9.
Oh, we're taking it slower?
I think
Playing defense?
he's scared.
Did not expect that.
Or maybe now
We at
Luffy?
least have like some.
I don't know.
So why are we attacking with leader first and then playing things?
Oh,
Oh,
he's going in.
okay.
Yes,
7.
I respect that.
I respect it. Okay, they can
Jeez.
survive even.
Yeah,
That makes sense. They just wanted to have both the attack with that and while also making sure they don't die. I respect that.
Yep, and teach. Oh, well.
Okay.
1-0 for green purple.
it seems like they agree. They
Going
they
second,
both
yeah.
go second. Yeah.
Mm.
Like I felt,
What's the-
you know where I felt the dice, the Doffy on the previous
Dofi, which one?
Blue Doflamingo versus Shanks in the previous format,
Mm-hmm.
where I had Shanks
Oh,
bench which would pick first, they would give me second, and I wanted to go second anyway because I was the 7 cost Doffy bounce the Beckman.
oh, sure.
Yeah. That's where you when you don't agree with your opponent and then basically they win the dice and they still give you what you want. That's good.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you build your deck kind of in a way that kind of helps that way, it should be nice. Like you build your deck to kind of prey upon the fact that everyone's going to give you first or give you second. You can kind of get some extra advantages.
That's true. But not all decks can take advantage of kind of
That's
things.
true.
Oh, we can cycle a lot here. We can make that Burgess big. Oh no, we don't want.
I just want the Lafittes block again.
Ooh.
These Lafittes are going to do a lot of work because Pet has so little characters. So unless Pat wants to ignore them,
Is green
a lot of free blocks.
Is
Green
green
Zoro is good here.
Yeah, green Zoro is punishing here. Because we didn't leader.
I mean, I think not leadering is okay. I think playing the active Lafitte is less good.
Yeah.
Because I don't need to. You don't need to leader this turn, but I do think the act just a little bit. They might just play Zoro Searcher here, and then it's fine, right? Yeah.
And update on Roberto against Ramtin. It's currently 1-1. So they
Ooh.
are
Really
going.
fast today.
So I will never say again that this game is faster than Roberto and Nami. I was wrong.
Wait, did we play nothing?
Seems
Looks
like.
like it.
We passed with 5 don't open?
Holy shit.
God
That's a
damn.
bad hand. This game is going to be a very hard one to play then. I'm not sure if you even take Liberation. I would just not bother. I would just play Kuzan and just be the person that has more
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
characters in
Just-
play.
just Kuzan the Burgess.
Small
And
Burgess.
now you stage them. Now you leader them for sure, because you know that hand
Yeah.
is awkward. You don't search.
We did get
Hmm.
punished to put the Burgess in play. No, I noticed.
We did, because if we could go to Ogre here, we could pop the Luffy, right?
Yeah, we could have augured and then put in Burgess and pistoled or blackholed.
Yeah. So I guess my thought of playing the Burgess will also be correct. It was better to just keep the Kuzan in play, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it seems like it. Because Burgess is also still very small.
That's like more flexible as well. It gives you options.
Mm-hmm.
Your opponent's very unlikely to use leader effect because they didn't have a Sanji putting the turn before, so they probably don't have one now.
Another Burgess? Oh, it's going for a 2k.
Oh, okay. They're gonna stronger plus black hole or pistol, whatever one you want to do. Whether you want to prioritize making your Burgess bigger or keeping the pistol for a Sanji pudding. Looks like they chose to keep the pistol for Sanji pudding since Pat Pat doesn't have stage at the moment.
And he starts swinging with his Burgess.
They're going to give up 2 cards here? That's very surprising, especially when one of them's a blocker. One thing to think about is when you're playing against Blackbeard, do not be afraid of just playing Usohachi on 3 Dawn, especially if they start feeding like this. The fact that each player is just still at 4 life is just like a little too much, and you have to keep having to put your leader swing in there. If you just had a 3k body that forced your opponent to attack into it while also bullying, it was going to be a much better situation.
Yep.
Or it would be a much better situation. Okay. Now we're just swinging 11.
We are at 12, so we are a little bit too far from 16, I would say. So I guess this dies. We can't save it. Nope. Ooh, we are finding the 10 drops.
I think you should just start slamming them.
I prefer
Unless
it.
you really want to take this game slower.
I would really love to see the 10 cost over Augur Shigan this turn. Like, you can freeze, and you can even do it again next turn. And if you really want to clear it, you can just do it afterwards, right?
Yeah. It gets harder to clear things later and later in the game just because, like, if you freeze this turn and then your opponent plays 2 more characters, it gets harder and harder to get rid of everything. But I just don't think it's that good to try to clear everything on green-purple side when you have this kind of window of them doing nothing. I think just playing 10 drop, and then just trying to end the game over 2 turns is probably going to be better.
So he is keeping the Augur in hand. Not
We
using
saw it both games
stage.
as well, right? We did see it both games where we just don't play the 10 cost.
Seems like it.
This is the third 6-cost Luffy, right? Or is it the second?
This is the third, I think.
Yeah, we're just going 8 at the Augur, taking it really slow. Do you have a Sanji to play too?
I guess we can 10 cost right now.
Yep. But you have no choice, really. I stand corrected, we got blockers now.
Mm-hmm.
But even still, the 2K is probably just better. And just start the 10-drop chain.
Is he thinking about... no, that's not even possible.
You could, like, 6 Burgess. That's also an option. Or Burgess and then Kuzan back the other one, but
10 cost is coming out now.
10 cost is good.
We didn't leader ability. I think one of the first turns.
I think this is the first time they use leader ability.
Yep.
So they just like, okay, you can have your on plays now that I have a 10-drop. You can just do what you want. It's reasonable. Also, if you want to entice your opponent to play Zoro and teach finds the second liberation is actually quite good.
Okay, so we're going a little bit wider. Liberation was a good card here.
Yep.
Seems like we...
Looks like they're going to be going Kuzan and either playing a second Burgess with the remaining 4 Dawn or removing a Zoro. Removing Luffy. That makes sense.
Yep. Okay. I think we are almost through all the Rush Luffys though, so and we have a first finalist, and it's Woody Woods Roberto Rodino. He won against Nami 1-2, so he is waiting in the finals for either Teach or a green-purple mirror match.
Yep. Definitely just probably not countering. It's either block or take. Just a little too much resources to counter there.
Mm-hmm.
Because now, if Pepet chooses to just play 2 more guys and just like poke 5/5 or something, it just feels like you kind of wasted the cards that you could have used to counter those instead.
It's 1-1 here, right? I'm not daydreaming.
Yeah, it's 1-1.
Okay.
Not like last time.
Not like last time, thank you.
Last time we were down 2-0, and Ruben was like, oh, let's go to the next game. And they were talking to each other about good luck on the next round. The match was over. Okay, so 6.
Yep. Wait, are we sure this is game 3?
Now you make me... Yeah, I isn't it?
How did Teach win a game? I remember how Papat won the last game. I don't remember
Oh,
Teach winning.
this is game 2, right?
Is it
Okay.
game 2?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, this is game 2. Teach went second.
Oh,
Right? He chose to go second.
okay. So it's
Yeah.
it's 1-0 for
Yeah, we won
Teach.
game 1 with
It's
Robin.
1-0, not 1-1.
Oh, my bad.
It's 1-0 for GP, not for Teach.
Yeah.
Oh,
He won with Robin at the end, right?
Yeah. This is the 7-7 with Robin. Or 8-7 or whatever.
okay. Damn. So it's 1-0.
It's a long day, guys.
It's
a long
1-0
day.
1-0 for Pat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Ooh. I respect going to 0, but it's pretty scary in the face of a known black hole. Ooh,
Yeah.
that was a gross trigger.
Luna.
It's good. It's good.
We need a lot of defensive tools though from the GP side to survive the upcoming hits.
We have our tried and true Gum Giant. All you need is 4 of those, and you set.
Yeah, we saw a lot worse happening, so
Never
it's-
count them dead until they're actually dead.
Yep. Let's see. He can do even some small hits as well.
Seven at that knocker.
It can save you a card, I guess. So I guess we can let it die.
Yeah. They probably just weren't paying too much attention about the search because you just know the last card's a brick with the information from recently.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason to commit the extra down.
Yes, 5 done left. So he's thinking about a block because he can't swing anyway on the Teach. So now we can still go for the Augur, of course. But that's one swing less on face. But I think it will come down more to if he can survive 2 Teaches going face instead of what the life is of Teach or whatsoever. Like next turn is probably is the last, right?
Yeah, like, but without the blocker, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can see the black hole, so maybe he will develop, of course, a second blocker.
Once you commit that non, it's pretty hard to, though.
Yeah, you also don't need to, right? Because you know it's a black hole in hand.
Yep. Oh,
Okay.
second Robin, 1 giant only.
Okay, so we haul 1, we pistol 1, and then they got a counter at 12 and a 14.
Seems like it.
Okay, so
Is
giant.
one giant? Okay.
Okay, he prefers 7.
Okay.
And then
So
I
we
guess
need giant 2k 1k. It's not possible. Like he guaranteed.
Giant
Alright.
2/1, and you only have 3 cards in hand.
Yeah, it's guaranteed.
yes.
Even if they're all 2Ks, still not enough.
Yep.
Hey, but if we did not develop that Dawn on Zoro, we were alive.
Which is crazy.
Crazy because it was unnecessary,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to.
Yeah, based on how Pat played that turn, I think he just forgot about the
Yeah.
black hole. So that just happens.
Forgot there was a black hole in hand. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Huh. Pat chose to go first in this last game?
No, just to go.
He chose to go first. Now.
He did?
Yes.
No, now he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, this time he did.
This time he did. Last game he went second.
Yeah, but last time he did not.
But then Teach had to choose, right?
Yeah, and Teach chose second. So now Pat changed his mind.
Mm.
And now this is game 3.
Yes.
Yep.
This is really game 3.
Yes.
Okay.
We did find stage.
I wonder if Pet just doesn't have much counter, because in spots like this, I would just like be happy turning the Zoro sideways, but maybe I just want to go to 2 every single time.
Also, I think maybe I underestimated Ogar a bit in this matchup. It has been good every single time. Like these games.
Mm-hmm. The Van Augur is just like a very useful tool with all these events to get rid of stuff. It just requires a lot of setup. So if Green Purple has a relatively strong start, it's just not going to work.
Okay. Sometimes we trigger Shigan. Nope.
They're worried. Understandably so. Okay. But you have a bunch of events to just remove some stuff if you'd like. No stage is like quite nice. Sadly, no dot Q to have like a crazy turn, but still a very good turn.
Yep. Decides to Burgess over a black hole on the pressure.
Yeah, if you don't really worry about these 2 bodies, I think that's perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
I like it too. You gotta find the spot somewhere to play it, right?
Yeah. That's a lot of bricks, though.
Yep. Ooh, we are going down fast. More Sanji pudding?
If Pat doesn't have to leave up stage, or leave up giant and gets to play a Luffy here, this is terrifying.
Yes.
We're in a really bad spot. Liberation, one time.
Thinking about something with Kuzan?
I thought there's never a world where we're playing double Kuzan here, so I thought I'd always start with the stage. So Kuzan, maybe find a liberation and fix your turn up a little bit.
I agree. I would do exactly the same.
Oh.
There you go.
There you go. Makes the turn easier to think about.
Yeah, this is actually great now.
That's
Now you can attack with Burgess into the Luffy first. Sorry, now you can Liberation, the Pudding, and the Forecoast attack with the Burgess and then kill the other one, right?
Oh, you planning on just black holing the other one too?
No, you can attack into it.
Oh yeah, just like black hole
even
the
need
Luffy
to-
and then attack into the Zoro.
I think I would attack with Burgess into the Luffy.
You just want to force them to counter? Is that the issue?
Yeah, I don't think they can save it, right?
They could, but yeah, it's fine either
9 on
way.
7 and then 9 on 7. I guess they could exactly save it. This is probably better, yeah. Because now you can black hole the Luffy and attack the Zoro, yeah, like that.
Okay. Yeah, if they let it die, then yeah, you're fine. You could just play a blocker.
Yeah, seems like he really wants to play that blocker.
I don't know. I do feel like I want to attack it, so I can play the blocker. To be honest.
Okay, yeah, I think that's fine.
So
I
7
just
and
thought we were
now.
always losing to another Luffy anyways, so I felt like trying to play the blocker didn't really fix anything. So I used to hope they just don't have it, kind of thing.
Yeah. Makes sense.
We do not have
guess
a
they
lot
don't
of
know you
counter.
Yeah, they don't know how much counter you have, I guess, but
Yeah.
they're always going for Luffy here. If they have it. Actually, no, they don't always go for it.
They don't
Maybe-
always
maybe-
go for it, yeah.
Yeah, maybe this play makes them get scared of going for it.
I would be more scared if my green purple opponent or if my black teach opponent didn't take a bunch of 6s to go down to 1 this turn.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that, and the fact that they searched a brick off of stage, I would just expect their hand to just be all bricks. So
Ooh.
that's a good one.
We do have 10 cost each. And the 2k.
That's what the plan is. Free Zoro. We're in the same spot or we're in a better spot now at least, but we do want to dodge a Luffy.
I guess there are not a lot. Well, maybe leader ability was an argument, so they don't get to find the Luffy.
Get punished! Get punished!
Counter. Okay. Does Pat have second Luna? Second Luna would make this play make a lot of sense.
Yep.
Ooh,
Does have Luffy? Okay.
Okay. Then you just win, right?
that's game, right?
So, I mean, we were
there's
assuming he
liberation
didn't have it.
triggers and black
Yeah.
holes out of life that are potentials.
Yeah.
Then all he has to do is just attack with Luffy first, and then it's guaranteed.
Yep. Not necessarily. It's closer.
Is it not?
There's still a blocker in play. So like if they use Luffy leader effect and there's liberation, then it's not guaranteed. And even if there's not a liberation, if there was 2/2Ks, or in this case just 2/1, they can also survive.
Well, of course they can freeze the rush from the Luffy. Yeah, what am I on about? Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. For some reason, I thought the Zoro can attack.
Oh no.
No.
But yeah, we unfortunately dodged 2K out of life and black hole liberation in life, so this lethal is exactly good enough.
Yep. GG's to Pot.
Very close.
Very, very close game.
Their powers. Okay.
And despite
just
the fact that
talking
we
about
have
the
a
fact
green-purple
told you.
in the finals, the fact that this is like, I think this is still a teach tournament. Like the fact that there were 5 teachers in the tournament and 4 or 3 of them made top 8 is still like very, very powerful.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, Roberto has a very poor draw from green-purple side. I hate when I have to swing 8 here.
I think the lists are a little bit different. I know that Roberto in our last Swiss tournament did not play not Luffy Taro, I think, and also not Radio Knife. But I can be wrong about this one. I can actually have a check. So Woody Wood.
I think the last case event I saw him play, his list had like 34 bricks and no zero cost events.
Oh, now he is playing.
I was like, yeah, I know. But I when I saw that list, I was like, bro, you believe in something special. 'Cause I was like, I just can't.
He's still
I
playing
mean,
a
it
lot
can
of
work,
bricks.
I guess. How many?
So let me count. For
Like 27 is like the normal out.
Uh, 28, 31, 35.
Oh my god!
That's it. We need more.
You play more?
I'm kidding. I play way less. I play the 27.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
And they
I was impressed. I was ready to be impressed.
both are
Pat
on
has,
Luffy
like-
Taro, and both are on yeah, and on 3 secrets Luffy, Rush Luffys.
Okay, so 8 on 6. Seems like we don't have a good follow-up after this. And I think the way this looks like, he's going to keep the Sanji Pudding active, right?
Yep, they can just do it 8, but it depends. I think you can do both, but I would have started with the Sanji Pudding 8 if I was going to do that. So
Yeah, I agree.
they might just be leaving it active. I don't like leaving it
that
active
out.
personally, but I know people like to do it a lot.
I think they do it to play around Gamma Knife most of the time.
Yeah.
But I'm not a big fan always because then they just attack your life, right?
Yeah.
So
And Peppa has kind of like everything going on here. They get to go Luffy Taro, Sanji Pudding, and then do whatever they want after that, whether that's Robin or Search or both. Despite Pet having all these threats, they don't have a Luna or a Giant quite yet, so might be a scary game.
Do have a second Sanji Pudding and a Taro. Very low on cards.
We got a Giant, we're safe.
punished. Get punished for playing bad.
I might have. Yeah, this is probably still better, but I'm probably not going to leave up Giant this turn. I probably would just slam the Robin. You have so much counter, you're not going to die.
Yep. And plays around the green Zoro.
Get punished. Get punished.
Yep, a green Zoro combined with a Luna this turn would actually be very annoying. So I respect just using the. I think it's correct to use the stage on the Robin there.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, what can Roberto do?
I mean, here you have to decide like a direction, right? You're either gonna go full board or full face. I feel like.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Roberto's going full
7.
face. What are you doing with all this Dawn?
Yeah, that
maybe
was the
they're just
first thing
trying
that
to
came
make
to
you
mind.
counter. Yeah. Nami. It's Luffy. Okay. Roberto's going to 8 Dawn, so if a Luna does show up, it's like basically lights out. But
Ah, you mean if Pat throws a...
yeah, Pat has Luna, the game's just over.
Yeah.
But I think you didn't really have to do this. I'm surprised
Oh,
Pet's fighting for
counter?
this Zoro though. I would be very happy
Yeah.
letting it die.
Can the Nami attack? The 2 I'm not sure because free to counter this, right?
Yeah. I think you have to counter this and force your opponent to swing the leader into it, but
Yeah.
oh
Okay.
wow.
Well, I mean, now they can go 8 into the Zoro.
Yeah, now you have to give 2 cards.
Oh, don't do it.
Oh
Oof.
god. Yeah. Yeah. Pata was up a lot of cards and very likely didn't even have to go for a game this next turn. But then they kind of committed all those resources. Now they put themselves in a very tough situation where they're
'Cause
kind
now
of
he has
almost
to go for
priced
game.
into it. Yeah. You could try to survive, but
Now it
not
looks
that good.
like he has to go for game, right?
He
Well,
can definitely test the 8.
Yeah.
yeah, he tests the waters
Yeah.
with an 8 at the very least. There's no, you don't gotta do
Yeah.
anything else.
The Luffy-Daro, the 8 is no investment. I think it's always life and see. And if they take that
Well,
9,
you're just forcing a giant. He just took it. Okay. And then
I mean, I think the 9 makes it more likely they will take. That's the problem,
Yeah,
right?
I think just always doing the 8 is better.
Yeah.
If they take the 8, then you just all go with for game. But if your opponent counters the 8 and you do another 8 and they counter that, then you might want to go for board.
Now we are forcing the giant. Oh, still no
Shell
giant?
costs. Okay, now you just gotta do a 6. You'd be very careful though. You definitely should do the 6 though.
It's 6, 100%.
Oh, it's
no.
going for the 8. Ooh, no
Okay.
giant.
No
but
giants.
like I know they'll play fast like that, but just pause a little bit, chat. When your opponent has 2 cards in hand, always go 6. Okay, they either have to giant the 6 or they use a counter and now they can't giant anymore.
Yeah, and then that from there the 8 is going to be guaranteed. So.
Yes.
Okay.
So then you want the giant on the 6 and then you hope they don't draw 2k 1k from the giant, basically, right? That was the if they had it.
Okay. I respect playing the Robin. I'm always torn on if I even want to play the Green Zoro on spots like this because I just don't really care if they rest it and attack into it. So I usually just am happy to use my 3 down efficiently on these type of turns.
All giants in hand.
Yeah, he's compensating for not sitting any earlier.
Do you leader effect here?
I wouldn't.
I think I just go 5.
Yeah, I think he wants to play Zorojuro because he's worried about the counter situation in his hand. But I think you just play the Sanji pudding and figure that out later. Just take 2 swings if you have to.
Because you can double Zorojuro after.
Yeah. Or if you're not really worried about dying, you could have just went Zorojuro plus Luffy. But
you're never dying, right? You're okay to take the lives.
Yeah. I think you're very likely safe. But okay, does Roberto have the green Zoro? Okay.
Doesn't look like he even wants to.
Nope.
Okay.
Nami.
Doesn't have any forecasts, so that's very fortunate for Pat here.
The pace is really high of these players. That's they're playing really fast. Oop. And now we think.
Yeah. You're always playing Sanji pudding. Sometimes just doing the easy stuff is fair.
Don't misclick. Oh.
Yeah, no stage effect. Yeah. They just thought they had stage ability alive, but they do not. Yeah. Yeah. It might look weird in terms of why is my opponent like swinging life first and then like attacking my board, but the easiest way to describe a lot of these mirrors is just like if you tend to want to like start to attack life for as much as possibly can, and if your opponent just counters earlier than than you kind of want them to, then it's sometimes a good idea to just transition back at board to minimize the amount of cards they have available to them. And sometimes their board can just die all the same.
That's I feel like that's something that the old school players learned from playing a lot of Zoro on hit a 6 life. If they defend, you can transition to board. If they take, you're just gonna smack them really hard, very low, very soon. But as you mentioned, I think it was still before the stream that the green-purple, you have an advantage if you are playing since the old days, having a bit of experience with Newgate, red-purple law, on how to play with a 6k leader and on minusing Don but staying healthy on your Don. So
Yep.
that's
this is like the deck that really uses all those skill sets well.
Yeah. And you know, the beauty of 5 leader is what I always tell. It's like going 5 first, like sometimes opens up so many doors depending on the reaction. Just a quick 5 at lead, or like in this case 6 at lead, and then you work with that information. If they take, then you can push face. If they counter, then you can go for board, you know.
Yeah, I it used to be my mantra just to always just swing 5 at your leader, or at your opponent's leader. Just don't think about it. Just keep swinging 5.
Ooh, Gamma Knife.
So this was demonic plus gamma knife.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stage wasn't live, so they had to rest then the Zoro to buff the Nami. Okay.
Was really good. Getting rid of the Sanji pudding.
Okay, they're just making this game about board.
I mean, we're going to be very ahead on board after this turn.
Oh, I was not going to defend here. I was letting it die and just play 2 more guys.
That's a big investment to save that 4k, that 4 cross.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
We drew the Luffy Taro.
I don't think you have the time to play it.
That's scary, yeah.
It looks like a green Zoro turn to me.
Yeah, just rest it and just bully.
Just attack the board like they did.
If you want to, you can. Do you have enough Dawn to Nami if you find Sanji Pudding Zoro? I don't think so.
You can do it, exactly.
Yeah, but not enough Dawn for Giant.
Invest attack. Yeah.
I think you need some Giant Open UR at 1. But slowly starting to believe that winning the dice roll in these kind of matchups is also quite relevant.
Yeah. Both of these games, especially the first game when Pat had everything going second, the card disparity was kind of insane. There were moments where they were both at 2 life, but Roberto had like 5 cards in hand, and Pat had it coming close to 9. And that just happens a lot when you're playing the mirror going second, when you just get all this extra card advantage with Zorojuro and all that other stuff. So
I think that the Zorojuro, Sanji Pudding Zorojuro curve is just unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Like,
when you do it for the first time, you're like, I can do all of this in the same turn.
Yeah. And sometimes you can rush Luffy and kill them the turn after, you know? Like against the 4 life leaders. Sometimes it's already enough to be lethal the turn after, you know?
Yeah.
And you feel like what is happening.
Ooh, and Giants.
That's so painful. Interestingly enough, I wouldn't have started with the 6 or the 7 at the Sanji Pudding. I probably would have just 6 the Zorojuro first.
Yeah, I agree.
Committing the Dawn seemed like a lot there. And
Also
then
more
now you
likely
don't
they
have
will
the
let
Dawn to
that
do a
go.
9. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that if it's first 6, they will just let it go, right?
Yeah. And then you can just do the 7.
Well, now your intention is very clear. I think now we just go 6 on 6 again, and then 9 on Pudding and pass with.
Yep, and your green Zoro can still rush into one of them, right?
So you can go like, maybe it's no, because then you can't. Sure, what we're going 7. The green Zoro is gonna kill there. Yeah, this.
Ooh, that means the hand is bricked, right?
Yeah, this is best case scenario.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a risky.
Wait, that's risky.
Yeah, because you're at 5, so you can stop a 6-cost Luffy. Oh no, they're on 3 Dawn. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that 3 Dawn doesn't matter. But if I don't find a card with counter here and I die to some swings, I'm gonna get very mad at myself. But 0 cost makes it easy. But even still, like, I don't think you need to search there. I'm not sure if there's any real reason to search.
There's not a... There's no Dawn for the Rush Luffy, so...
Yeah. It's not about the Rush Luffy, it's just like, what are you trying to find with the Nami to help improve your hand? And the only real search is like a 2k, but you could just leave up a giant in case of emergency. Okay.
Oh, he could have... Leader remains a 5k. I guess he wants to Dawn for his Rush Luffy. I guess we can't be too surprised that Roberto had a handful of bricks. Because, well...
When he gianted the first one.
He is also playing 35 bricks.
Oh, that's also a big factor.
Yeah, that, yeah.
It is insane to me, you know? Like, it's very brave, I would say. Like, I can't do it. I'm not like that, you know?
Interestingly enough, I probably wouldn't have played Zoro this turn. I would have just played the Rush Luffy.
I agree.
And then dumb -2, make your Luffy at 8k or 8 cost, and then just leave up 2 giants. And then your opponent still can't kill you because they only have 7 done. And then now you have a reasonable threat to try to go for game with. And now in play, that kind of either forces a Gamma Knife or forces them to try to kill you.
I think he's so ahead, to be honest. I think in the game.
Yeah, he is ahead, but he's also at 0, or his opponent or Pepat's still at 0 life with 7 bricks in hand.
Well, actually, I said he can never lose this game, but now
that's a combination of cards. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now with this swing, you have to. Yeah.
And another Luna.
Nice.
No Dawn open though.
I like it when I instantly get proven wrong.
No.
5, so you. No. But wait. You need to think here, because they will block with Robin here, and now your Luffy doesn't have Rush anymore. Right, so Rush Luffy doesn't work.
Yeah, it does not.
Ooh, yeah, true.
So if you play like a Sanji Pudding or something, or just play a blocker, and then leader
just gotta
effect.
play defensive, yeah.
Can we do like Sanji Pudding and a blocker, hit and leave Dawn open? That's very possible, right?
You can, but the green Zoro is going to be really painful.
Yeah,
but you might be able to survive anyways.
What about 6 with Nami here, the Searcher?
That's not bad.
6 with Nami Searcher, play Nico Robin, leader effect, and pass with 3 Dawn open, and go 6 with leader again. So it's like 6/6 blocker, pass with 3 giants.
Oh.
Don't do it, please.
I don't think he's going for it,
just
but
rather leave up 3 giants.
Yeah, that's fine. What I meant, don't do it. Standing the Luffy.
Yeah, you cannot turn the Luffy sideways this turn though. Unless you're okay with losing to Luna.
Okay, going to 1. I guess this will take a block because. Or maybe he got some 2Ks now, yeah.
Okay. No effect. Okay, so we're going for game.
Yep. We have 3 giants though.
3 giants, 3 bricks.
Something to be key here. If he's gonna go for game and he's gonna go with Luffy, you want to play Luffy, leader effect, and attack and restand the Luffy first.
Yes.
This way, if they play giant, they can't cut you off. They have to play 2 giants, and then it's the same as if you double attacked anyway. Right? So in this kind of turns, the sequencing is really important. Usually you don't want to do it, but here it has to, like the first attack of the restand Luffy has to be the first attack.
Roberto did it once in our tournaments that he couldn't attack with a 7th cost Reiju because of the giants. Put him.
Order Lul is real.
Looks like they. Oh, yeah, Luna could be very real.
Now there is no Rush Luffy, right? So
Yeah, Rush Luffy is no longer a real issue. If you swing with Sanji pudding plus leader, you get to go 10-11, which is not good in the face of 2 giants and 2-1.
but Luna here, like second Luna here would be insane.
Yeah, Luna
I don't know
giant.
why
would
we're
just
stuck
be
with the
enough.
Luffy.
Isn't it the third Luna? For
I think it's third.
Yeah.
Because they used 2 Lunas back to back.
Yeah.
But I mean, if our Luffy was active here, it would be so good. 6 cost.
Mhm.
Oh, there is only one Luffy.
Yeah. It's one of the problems that I've noticed in the game as we get more and more sets is that just referring to them as their character name doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
And sometimes when I go secret Luffy, I'm like, which one are you mean anymore? Like the 6 cost one, the 9 cost one, the new 8 cost one, and the 11. There's just so many options.
Yep. Especially if you don't know the set name and you are on card market and looking for the card. Oh, it's horrible. But Roberto thinking.
Do you not have the set number on card market?
No, if you don't remember the set number and you're looking for a card that you...
That's a
right.
Luffy.
And it's a Luffy or a Nami.
Oh, God. There is like 33 million versions. Like the Searcher Nami from set 1, has like 17 versions alone.
But
Oh, no.
did it beat Shiroshi? Shiroshi was for a very long time the
Just one.
most printed
So
card.
if he had Luffy, he should have done what I said, right? 100%.
Yeah.
Like
And
played it first, the string with it first. I think
And-
the sequencing was off.
Pat
To be fair,
wins.
We would have always
Congrats,
survived
Pat.
because we had 3 giants. Yeah.
Mhm.
Congrats to Pat.
Yes, congratulations.